This is Bruce Friedman of Adult Site Broker, and welcome to Adult Site Broker Talk, where every week we interview one of the movers and shakers of the adult industry, and we discuss what's going on in our business. Plus, we give you a tip on buying and selling websites. This week, we'll be talking to Harry Varwijk. Adult Site Broker is proud to announce ASB Cash, the first affiliate program for an adult website brokerage. With ASB Cash, you'll have the chance to earn as much as 20% of our broker commission, referring sellers and buyers to us at Adult Site Broker. Check our website at asbcash.com for more details. First of all today, let's cover what's going on in our industry. Adult industry colleagues are rallying behind a GoFundMe campaign launched to assist Tim Lutz, the well-known community figure and co-founder of CyberSocket, with rising expenses as he battles a recent diagnosis of brain cancer. The discovery and removal of a tumor in his brain has just become part of his journey, and he refuses to succumb to fear, notes the intro from the GoFundMe campaign page. For the past 30 years of his life, Tim has been consciously implementing a mindset to elevate his frequency and learn how to enjoy a better quality of life. He's come to realize that when he exists in a pure state of love, he serves a purpose. His purpose to be love gives him the strong will to live a long, healthy, and joyful life. Tim's plan is to not only survive, but to also thrive. Although Lutz has health insurance, his out-of-pocket medical costs and other expenses are rapidly rising. It has always been easier for me to give and difficult for me to ask for help. Thank you in advance to all of my angels for your donations, he said. I am humbled and grateful for all of you and appreciate your consideration, compassion, heartfelt kindness, and loving hearts. CyberSocket, the pioneering LGBTQ publisher Lutz co-founded with Morgan Summer, celebrates its 25th anniversary next January. Donate to his GoFundMe campaign by searching for Tim Lutz, that's L-U-T-Z, on GoFundMe. XBiz award-winning performer, entrepreneur, and Pervout.com owner Lance Hart has launched his latest venture, GetMeIntoPorn.com, with a stated aim to teach and train the next generation of performers how to navigate the wild, wild world of adult. The new site utilizes the combined experience of performers, directors, and producers Candlebox, Mickey Mod, Todd Moore, Aiden Starr, and Hart, among others. Member perks include video interviews, an anonymous messaging system, online tutorials, and mentorship by real and long-standing personalities in the adult industry, said Hart. I'm so excited to get this project launched and out into the world, he said. During the pandemic, we've seen a huge influx of self-produced and amateur performers take up sex work to help make ends meet, and have found how extremely lucrative it can be. Naturally, many are ready to take the next step into professional productions, and we want to educate them on how to do it safely, properly, and show them how to make their experience as positive as possible, he noted. Weekly updates are planned. An affiliate program offers performers, cam and clip sites a $25 payout for referrals. Visit GetMeIntoPorn.com and email Lance at Pervout, that's Pervout.com, for more details. The Free Speech Coalition Inspire program will host a webinar on tax preparation for adult industry workers tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, led by FSC Industry Relations Advocate Lotus Lane with bookkeeper Jesse Hornby, tax preparer Lauren Fumagalli, and Adult Industry Laborers and Artists Association founder Mary Moody. In addition to discussing and answering questions on tax filing issues, the group will speak to how performers can take advantage of forgivable loans from the PPP loan program, a rep explained, and noted Fumagalli is a veteran performer and IRS enrolled agent with 16 years of tax experience. Lane described the 2020 as a highly unusual financial year for many performers. We've been getting so many questions online, we decided to put together an expert panel to discuss last-minute filing issues for 2020, as well as PPP loans and strategies for reducing your tax burden in the year to come. Sex work is real work, Lane said. Adult industry workers deserve the same resources and guidance as those who run mainstream businesses and the same support from the government. This panel will help our workers understand how to access COVID support, better protect their businesses, and legally reduce their tax burden. Visit freespeechcoalition.com for more details and to register. Now let's feature our property of the week that's for sale at Adult Site Broker. Adult Site Broker is proud to offer for sale an adult pay site review platform. The site offers top discounts to the hottest networks in adult entertainment. In addition, they offer full-length scenes to these sites so surfers can sample the content. Also, these scenes serve to keep the visitors engaged longer on the site than the traditional review site. They offer outstanding prices to adult networks on behalf of their visitors. The surfers on the site will be hard-pressed to find a better price to their favorite network, including Evil Angel, Adult Time, Brazzers, Bang Bros, and just about every other top adult network in sight. They've been growing their email list since 2020, and the list has grown to over 2,000 in the past 6 months. Their unsubscribe rate is in the low single digits. Their free porn section is growing, and they currently have roughly 150 scenes. Their traffic has been all organic until recently, but now they've started paying for traffic as well. This has boosted their ability to grow their email list and get return visitors. You can buy this outstanding pay site review platform for only $956,000 US. Now time for this week's interview. My guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk is Harry Varwijk. Harry, thanks for being with us today on Adult Site Broker Talk.
Thank you for having me here. It's an honor.
Now, Harry's been in the business since 2000 and in live cam since their inception. Harry wears many hats. He's a live cam webmaster for the Night Prowl Studio Network. He maintains websites for his company's in-house models through an affiliate marketing program. He does live cam consultancy for Cherry.tv. He performs content guarding of tube sites and doing DMCA tasks. He's part of the AW Summit team, and he does media buys, link and traffic trades, and I'm getting tired here, and he maintains sponsor relationships of AW Media. So I guess I should ask you, Harry, what you do in your free time?
I'm playing games. That's a way to unwind.
There you go. Okay, now let's start with one of your projects, Cherry TV. Now, this is one of the newer campsites out there. Why don't you tell me more about this platform and how it's different from some of its competitors?
Well, the platform itself is not that different from competitors. It is a freemium platform, which means that models have this other way of broadcasting instead of being on a premium website. The difference here, however, is that the management behind Cherry TV is based and built up with marketing experts from the industry, mainstream and adult. They have a combined experience of more than 20 years, which is pretty much needed to upset the live cam markets, because this is what Cherry TV is going to do. They are going to upset the live cam markets. Meaning the bigger premium sites have always done very good. But it is time. It is time for a little bit of change, and especially because the gamification part of the website adds a new layer to the whole webcam experience itself. It rewards the spenders and it rewards the models. The reward system is also different than other webcam sites, meaning even if a model is online and she has contributed her time to the website, but she did not earn any revenue, she will still receive a reward. She will still be compensated for her time.
Great. That's fantastic from a model standpoint.
Absolutely, and I think a portal needs to focus on models and her needs, and especially regarding payouts. Daily payouts is just one of those things which separates them from the big box campsites.
Right.
One press on a button, and 20 minutes later you have your money.
Geez, that's great.
Yes, it is. It is.
That brings daily payouts to a new level.
It should be, yes, and I think it matches a little bit the situation of the model. I mean, sometimes they are 4 or 5 days offline and not making money, and still waiting for the periodic payout. Then why not hit the payout button on the moment you go on a holiday, so you have your cash always with you?
Nice. Now, it seems there's a new cam site every time I turn around. What's the state of the live cam market now?
Okay, well, we are still maturing, meaning webcam sites are still trying to serve and the audience and the models at the same time. I mean, let's say it like this: we have the goal to give pleasure on a campsite, and pleasures is just a short-lived sensation. What we want to attribute is to have a happiness feeling that a webcam site has a relation with the webcam model, that you feel secure. That is really important to have. And I do agree with you. Every time new webcam sites come up, but they disappear also just as fast. People are overestimating the market, definitely. They think, wow, I put up a domain, I put up a script, and boom, the money rolls in. This is just not how it works. Practice is always different.
Absolutely. Now, do you think there's still an opportunity for new people to come in and start a live cam site and make money?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think this year new webcam sites will come up too. There are always people who see an opportunity, and there is always a rainbow with a pot of gold on the end. But you just have to go for it. The marketing, the responsibility, the energy that comes in to make a brand run online, it's tremendous. I mean, a little bit of webcam site needs to understand that in the first 2 years, they will hardly make any profit at all. All the money will go back into development, into maintenance, staff, people. I encourage people always to start new projects. But I do know that if I don't see these qualifications in them, which good websites have, that I will see them disappear at the end of the year. I got used to that. We have seen at least 15 people come and 15 people go in the last 5 years alone.
Now, starting a new webcam site, if you want to do it right, obviously it takes a ton of money. If you were starting in the business fresh today, where would you invest your money?
I would invest my money in making relations with cam models that already have a strong representation online, and I would probably try to invest money in having them on my portal to get some first attention. I would invest my money in their social medias because they already have a tremendous amount of clients that have trust in them. And I would do my best to keep those models on my sites and try to have them generate traffic.
Now, you do affiliate marketing for models. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were talking.
No problem. I just wanted to say that it sounds easier as that it really is, of course.
Okay. Now, you cut out for a second. Sorry. You do affiliate marketing for models. How exactly does that work?
Okay. Well, this is a really wide topic. I will give you a small example. If a model,
we got time. Go for it.
Okay, if a model works individual from home, her first contact with the sponsor site is as a model. Then when she goes into her member promo tool, she will also find options to hire her payout by sending traffic directly to her room through a campaign link. Here is where it becomes interesting because many models miss the opportunity to sign up as a webmaster on the website they are working as a model. So they can actually add an extra layer of income, which is around 25-30% to the general revenue they are making with their clients. As long as they become an affiliate, they can set up an own website, they can make a promo tool, they can have a chat widget with just them inside, put on their own website under the affiliate code. So they build up an extra 30%, which 90% of the models are missing on this moment right now. So what I'm doing is I'm telling the models, hey, look, here is where your opportunities are. Here is where you can sign up as a webmaster. Here is where you can download a WordPress application. And here is Mojo Host with a $10 package a month to get you independent. And then they actually try it out and they find out that besides selling their own webcam time, they can also put third-party products on their own website and make income with other programs. And slowly, they are not only a webcam model, but they are also webmaster of their own site. So it's just about adding opportunities to their account and taking profit from the fact that they already have spending clients. And if a model decides to be on a holiday for a week, her clients can still go to her website, try some other products, or spend time with another girl, but the model will still be rewarded for it. So she can allow her models, her members, to cheat with other models, and she still gets an income from it.
How widely is this done in the industry?
Not very widely. It's here is where on the communities, on the chem communities, here is where it stagnates. Meaning the contact between a model and the contact between a webmaster is being seen as a competitive thing, and I have no idea why, and I don't know why they keeping this feeling up, but models think that webmasters are taking their time, that we only want to work together with them so we can have some free sessions in their room, which is completely absurd. I mean, we are not into context like this. We just want to put our traffic on a webcam model that knows how to generate it. So when I go into the chem communities, and I'm actually speaking with a model that has done a lot of work and has experience, then I will propose this extra additional income to her website. And with her experience base, she gets the point. She understands, oh, wait, I can also become a webmaster of my own product. And it has to do with the experience and how people see webmasters in this industry. And 80 to 90% sees us as competition. And they make comments like, okay, you send us traffic, but you take a part of our income. Why you do that? And then we have to tell them, yeah, but this is what the site advertises, where you work on, that they have their own traffic. Where do you think the traffic comes from? It comes from the webmasters. Okay, I agree. Some campsites have their own in-house marketing department for own in-house traffic, so they don't have to pay webmasters for it. But a majority of the traffic still comes from the affiliates.
That's awesome. That's something I had never heard before. Now, content piracy is a big issue today. How much of your time is spent on that area of your business, and how's it going?
Way too much. The DCMA tasks are taking way too much time, especially because we have to communicate with a market that hides behind a wall. A lot of Russian communication, which goes into nothing. I can say that 60% of the videos are being removed successfully within 4 weeks. And I think at least 40%, and I'm pretty sharp on this number, around 40% ignores my requests, and they will play it out as long as they can. Of course, I have to go to channels like Google and hosting, and I have to come up with documents and stamps and all the other stuff. It takes way too much time, and It's nice there are services for this too. I mean, but sometimes these services are hand in hand with the scamming webmasters, meaning they steal on the other side and they go into a forum and offer their removal service to another personality. So you are dealing with the thief and you are dealing with the person who claims to clean up the mess the thief made. And in the meantime, you're all talking to one and the same person. So it's a portion of work that I rather not have. Comes with a lot of stress, comes with emotions. I could go without it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's got to be really frustrating, especially if it's one and the same person.
Yes, absolutely. The research that goes into it and the energy and efforts that you have to do, they are not rewarding and they don't give you a satisfactional feeling at all.
When freemium websites popped up, how much panic did you feel considering the sites you owned were premium?
I can tell you honestly, when the first premium site popped up, I was just being happy with my lifetime revenue spenders on the premium sites. On the moment I saw Chatterbait coming up, my world literally turned upside down. I had problems accepting them, meaning it took me at least 1.5 till 2 years before I decided to really examine the site and to check the affiliate program. But in the beginning, I was not happy with it. I knew that it would crash a few of my lifetime spenders into nothing, which obviously it did. And I was forced to go along with it. But it took me almost 2 years mentally before I started to accept that this is how it was. Was not a nice feeling. Now, when I look back, I'm pretty extreme happy that freemium has come up. It has given results in situations which I didn't foresee that would happen, and I'm really happy it did.
Well, sure. It's obviously a tried and true format now.
Absolutely, yes. It's every portal has its own group of models. You have freemium models and you have premium models. Freemium models are mostly younger, have more creativity, exploit the industry more in their own benefit, and premium is really one-on-one, so it's pretty exclusive. It's like a girlfriend experience. You cannot put more creativity in there. It's like a talk with a shrink.
Now, there are both freemium and premium campsites. Which ones are doing better and why?
You mean which one is, in my eyes, the best freemium website?
No, between just the model of freemium and the model of premium, which ones do you think are doing better and why is that? And of course, you can tell me who you think the best are of each model as well.
Well, let's stay on this example of Chatterbait because that site has earned her position in the market, even if it brought me some competitive thinking in the beginning. I think they have improved the situation for models. I am not comparing Chatterbait with anything else. So they are on top for me for the freemiums, and the other sites I don't really give much attention for. Our top priority. Why? Because since 2008, they have intensified the management towards models and webmasters by having forums online for just us, by communicating with us a lot, asking feedback, coming with customized promo tools, coming with upgrades. I would say Live Jasmine and Chatterbait are the two top sites, and it's regarding freemium and premium. There will be not much of a change in this year.
Well, what do you think? Which of the two models do you think is better, though?
Depending on what kind of a model, what kind of a performer you are, I would say freemium is a good start for people who are new in this industry, so they can develop an identity. They can find a role in which they they prefer best online. And I do think that people going to premium do best when they have experience from the freemium. This is regarding communication, how to talk to a client, how to connect with him on an emotional level, how to entice him, to provoke and to flirt. This is something that is on premium more on the focus, and on freemium it is more a group show. It's you chip in together with other guys to keep the show going and to keep her having this lust in her private areas. It's a different kind of sensation. Freemium servers are trying to chase. Premium is exclusive, one-on-one. It's more personal than freemium. So it's these two differences also splits up the models. You have models who are open to be exclusive with one person, to open themselves up and to be entertaining and enticing. On freemium, there is not much of intelligence needed to keep this person in the room. If one leaves your chat room, two others will come in. So it's about what the server is trying to search for: exclusivity or just a quick wank. And this is where freemium and premium are different from each other. It's the exclusive feeling.
If you were starting a campsite today, which one would you pick and why?
Which business model I would pick? I would pick the freemium because I will reach a wide audience regarding performance and service. And I would definitely stay away from premium because it's expensive to brand. It comes with a different business model. I would be more safe to go for a freemium site,
now,
especially because. Sorry, I wanted to say especially because the big premium players already taken their place. They already won the trust of a large group of spenders, and they will keep that trust for years to come. So to come up with a premium site right away and to declare war and competition, that's not going to help. I would definitely go for the freemium to start up with.
Now, when you found out that models had no idea that most traffic comes from webmasters, how did you feel and what did you do about it?
To be honest, in the beginning it was a little bit frustrated because as a webmaster you search continuously for acknowledgement of your position here in the market. You just want to be seen, or you just want to be part of success. So when Live Jasmine claimed, "Hey, we are so big," we webmasters of Live Jasmine, we want to take some credit for that too, right? We want to say, "Hey, it was all a joint effort to make it big." Now you need to repeat the question again because I was a little bit distracted by your question.
Okay, so when you when you found out models had no idea that most traffic came from webmasters, how did you feel, and then what did you do about it?
Yeah, okay, so the part, what did we do about it? We are still trying to install a sort of an idea of what a webmaster is.
Okay, like so when you talked earlier about going on the boards and things like that.
You speak to individual persons. They all have their opinions and they all think different about it. What I do notice on the camp community forums, together they can share experiences, they can share problems they have or solutions, but to communicate between demand and supply, that is not being established on communities. It is, however, a great place for a woman to talk with another woman and share some experiences on that they have on different websites. But there is no such thing as them trying to market themselves more and communicating towards webmasters. And it seems that there is still an invisible wall between these two people.
How do you react to chargebacks and drops in sales that are unexpected?
Well, Bruce, I can be very honest. A chargeback feels like somebody is kicking me so hard in the balls I'm crying for the days to come. A chargeback is a personal thing. It's you start to doubt the models, the quality. You start to think, did I do something wrong in the click flow on my site? Did I give him the feeling he had to spend? Was he manipulated? A chargeback comes with a tremendous amount of emotions. During the years, of course, it becomes part of the game, but it still feels incredibly personal. And yes, I understand there is fraud online, and mostly when I request the site to investigate the chargeback and to give me an exact reason, I will be happy when it says, well, it was a stolen card. Then I'm like, okay, cool. That's nice. The guy got his money back. The bank did the responsible thing. This is how the industry should work. If it comes like, yeah, he was manipulated by a model, he was cheated, yeah, then I feel personally bad, because I did brought him to the website. I did told him he would have a great time with this model, and still it didn't worked out. So a chargeback comes with incredibly much emotions, and it takes a few days before those emotions are dying off, and I'm back to my old self again. My biggest chargeback was $19,000. My smallest chargeback was around $7. But the one of $19,000 happened 7 years ago. I woke up on a Sunday morning and I was $19,000 in the red. That was an incredibly hard day. It took me around half a year to get that account back to zero.
Yeah, I can only imagine. How about other drops in sales? How do you respond to those?
Well, when you read statistics and when you read numbers, you start to understand where it comes from, where is it going wrong, what part of the website is doing bad. Second phase is to other solutions, but to find out where the drop comes from, that is already the biggest reward. Fixing it, that is something that it's not a problem. It will take some time. But to know where it comes from, to read your statistics in such a way that you know where it is leaking, that you know where things are down, that means that you have a good oversight. And that is partly the biggest task here, reading the numbers and try to convert them to text and try to find out where it comes from. Find the problem and you can fix it.
Sure, that goes with anything. By the way, getting back to chargebacks, in the chargeback industry, when someone charges back for something that they actually consumed, they use the term friendly fraud. What's friendly? What's friendly about that?
There is nothing friendly about that, Bruce. I am totally agreeing with you. As soon as the word chargeback comes up, all the words associated to it are mostly negative, unless it was a stolen card and the guy got his money returned. Then we did the responsible thing as an industry. But for the rest, there is nothing friendly about a chargeback. Nothing.
Indeed. Now, can you explain the term, and it's used a lot, girlfriend experience? It's a little bit different on cams than it is out here in Thailand. and are people kind of chasing the dragon with love online?
Yes. So yeah, this girlfriend experience, it's a wide concept, meaning it can go into every direction. I will see a girl and think, hey, she looks like my first girlfriend. You go into the room and you have a nice conversation and you get these emotions back. And when you start liking a person just because she talks nicely or how the way she thinks, that's already a connection. If I am with a like-minded model communicating, she doesn't have to go naked for me to still have that experience that I'm happy. And of course, between pleasure and happiness, there is a big thing. Now, a girlfriend experience is categorized under happiness. Pleasures go away after 5, 10 minutes, but happiness remains. Now, happiness emotion, this girlfriend experience with a model, then I definitely want to talk a little bit more with her. And this might be 2, 3 times a week. And maybe I develop an emotion and I think, you know what? I don't feel bad spending $200 a month on an exclusive experience with her, but the same $200 on dinners with an offline girl. The girlfriend experience is a term I use for chats that are longer than 30 minutes, and where a client at least 2 or 3 times a week checks in with the model just to say a friendly word or have a little talk. And doing a member session maybe in the weekends or on a Sunday evening, but longer and with more quality, so more text, more exchange of emotions. They're actually interested in each other. They're asking for family. Hey, how's your family doing? What are you doing for work? It all creates these little lines that she's throwing to him, which he can use the next time again to continue that girlfriend experience. When he comes in next week, she will say, how was the meeting? Did your boss give you the compliment that you were searching for? Did you finish the project? As soon as this member has the idea, hey, she's actually thinking about me, that is already a girlfriend experience by being taken serious. You don't have to be in one room with this person to still have this emotion. That's why I use that girlfriend experience term a lot. I like it. It sounds friendlier, and it has a social meaning. Yeah, you will hear me use that word until the end of times. Because in the end, we sell a little bit of personality. We sell time. You know, we are not at the red light district in Amsterdam. I mean, there it is very banal. You stand in front of a window, you go in, you negotiate, 10 minutes later you are out. That is exactly what we don't want to have online. So yes, of course, we have to tell to a model that every client is a human being and should be considered as one and taken seriously.
Well, that's certainly the best way for people to conduct themselves in any space, and cams included. Well, Harry, I'd like to thank you again for being our guest on Adult Site Broker Talk, and I hope we'll get a chance to do it again really soon.
My broker tip today is part 2 of what to do to make your site more valuable for when you decide to sell it later. Keep your website design up to date. Do a redesign from time to time. People will tend to think your site is the same as ever and click out of it without even looking if something doesn't change. So keep it fresh and up to date. Times change, so should your website. Look at what your competitors are doing and see what it is you really like. Emulate success. If you know a site to be particularly successful, look at what it is they're doing and do some of the same things. I'm not saying copy it. I'm just suggesting you improve your site by looking around a bit. You've got to keep up with the times or you'll end up being left behind. Also, keep an eye on your competition and make sure you're offering everything on your site that they are or more. Don't just look at their design, but make sure your offers are good and you're competitive. The same goes for your content. Do you ever wonder why one site does well and others don't? Check out the competition's content. What are they doing that you're not doing? Be willing to make changes. People can't understand why they're losing sales to a competitor, yet the competitor is clearly doing everything better. Again, emulate success. Make sure everything on your website works well. Make sure all your links work properly. Check them on a regular basis. If things don't work, you'll lose customers. People are not patient these days. People's attention spans are like that of a gnat. They'll click out immediately and go to the next result in Google if they don't find what they're looking for. If the site is hard to navigate or if things don't work. Check all your internal scripts and plugins and make sure they're updated regularly as well. We'll talk about this subject more next week. And next week, we'll be talking to Leanne Young. And that's it for this week's Adult Site Broker Talk. I'd once again like to thank my guest, Harry Varwijk. Talk to you again next week on Adult Site Broker Talk. I'm Bruce Friedman.